Hi business owner, we know you care about your staff and want them to go home healthy and safe. Yep, even Dino. And you know businesses have to do everything they can to keep their workers safe, so you need to know the risks associated with your work, including any harmful dust, fumes, gases or vapours. This stuff can make people really sick when it's breathed in, even though the symptoms might not show up until years later. Breathing in harmful substances is a huge health risk in the workplace and something we all need to take seriously. This means putting practical steps in place to eliminate or reduce risks as much as possible. We call these steps controls. When you're deciding what controls to use, focus first on things that are most likely to cause serious harm. The Health and Safety at Work Act says you need to do what is reasonably practicable to keep people safe. It doesn't mean going over the top. It means taking steps that are suitable and effective for the level of risk in your work. Once you've got your controls in place, you need to review them regularly, especially if you change anything like a process or a material or your equipment. Managing risk isn't a one-off task, it's an ongoing responsibility. Sometimes there could be things happening in your business that mean you may choose to take another step to double-check your controls. That's where Workplace Exposure Standards, or WES, comes in. WES are guideline values that show the exposure limits for hazardous airborne substances. They're based on the impact to people's health, and they can be helpful in assessing the risk your workers might be exposed to. They aren't mandatory limits, and they aren't a target. The less exposure your workers have, the better. When it comes to measuring and interpreting WES levels, you can chat to a specialist like an occupational hygienist. They'll help assess the risks, provide practical advice, and if necessary, measure exposure levels using specialised equipment. They'll interpret the results and recommend improvements that match the level of risk. By understanding your risks and putting effective controls in place, you protect your workers, your business, and yourself, making sure everyone goes home healthy and safe. To learn more about managing health risks in your industry, visit worksafe.govt.nz.